Hello, I'm Luke from Flexor and Sandyland. I'm going to lead you through a little improvisation that we often do in our Acting Our Age classes. So we're going to start just by planting the feet into the floor and just have a moment here to ground yourself into the ground. So lift off the toes at the front of the foot, spread them down into the earth, and then just lift off the heel ever so slightly, and then let the heel land in the floor. Fold the knees for a moment and just feel the weight of the pelvis bearing down through the legs into the ground. So try to keep this soft, stable absorbency, weightedness into the floor as we move through this exercise. So the first thing we're going to do, you can work with the eyes open or the eyes closed. We're just going to place one hand onto the forehead and one hand on the back of the skull. And just let the hands land around the dome of the skull. Feel the shape of the skull underneath the hands. And then we're very gently going to pull the weight of the skull forwards into the front hand. We're going to let the hand hold the skull, just cradle, hammock, support the weight of the skull. And then the hand that's at the front of the body is going to push and support the skull back on top of the spine again. And then we're going to take that into the back hand. So very gently, keeping grounded through the lower body, let the weight of the head pour towards the hand at the back of the skull. And then the hand that's caught the skull is going to recover the skull, support it back on top of the spine. Then just take that a few more times. You can let the movement grow a little bit. Dropping the weight, supporting, recovering back on top of the spine, forwards and back. Letting the weight pour backwards. And then using the hand to kind of save yourself, save the skull back on top of the spine. A few more times in this forwards and backwards motion. Enjoying how this mobilises the spine, brings a bit of spaciousness through the vertebrae. And then we're going to try the same idea, but this time we're going to put the hands either side of the skull. So again, grounding through the lower body, and then let the weight just slowly tip and pour over into one hand. And again, finding that moment of support, the moment of catch and hold of the skull, and then use that hand just to push or support the skull back above the spine again. And then we'll take that on the other side, tipping, pouring the weight over, catching, supporting, and then using the hand to bring it back. And again, just have a little test of that, one side and the other. Notice how the rib cage opens, the side of the body starts to open, and the spine wants to get involved in this action of pouring and recovering weight. And then we're just going to loosen the rules of that idea a little bit. So whatever direction the head falls, the hand is always going to be available to catch and support and bring it back over the spine. So starting from a neutral spine, grounding through the legs, just picking a direction to tip, and then the hand's going to catch the head and bring it back. Now, any direction could be possible in any moment. Just sort of find this sense of tipping, falling, waving through the spine, and recovering through the support of the hand, the touch of the hand. And there's no right or wrong way to do this, as long as you're enjoying the sense of weight, the sense of recovery, and the mobilisation, the articulation through the spine. And then if you're feeling bold and adventurous, you can take the hand away and allow the feet to shift a little bit through the room. So using this initiation from the skull, and just allow the legs to absorb and to catch the motion of the school tipping and pouring, carrying you through the space around you. How do we enjoy the pouring of weight? How do we save ourselves or find these moments of recovery and support? And then you can put some of your favourite music on and allow yourself to get carried away a little bit with this idea